going on, YouTube? It's Nezo's Bad Shop, and I got another unboxing coming at you. You know, that's what I like to do. And right now, I'm first time starting a video without actually looking at the camera. I'm just looking outside my garage to see what's going on. That's the outside of my garage. It's a Tuesday today. What day is it? October 11th. My brain wouldn't cooperate. Anyways, welcome to the Bad Shop. And yes, another unboxing. I'm just gonna get straight to it because it's pretty cool. This is it. This is what I'm unboxing. This is a well, obviously you can see what's in the picture. It's a MAN TGX 18.540 truck 4x2 XLX version, single rear axle, cab over, Euro rig, pretty sweet. What's really awesome about this rig is it's a Tamiya Masterwork collection. The words are a little bubbled there, but Masterwork collection. It's Tamiya's version of the RTR. Now, Tamiya does XB Sport and XB Pro kits. The XB standing for Expert Built, and those are more the entry-level cars, or what would be your first RC car. So they could be anything like these TTO2 chassis, or TTO1 could be Tumbling Bullfrog, could be anything. They do that so that you can start playing sooner and enjoying the thing instead of building it if building's not your thing. So the XB builds, they do sell a lot of them, and I've actually bought a couple, or at least one, over the course of the last few years. It was an MO5, and it's been traded, I think, a couple times since then, but it was worth it at the time just to get up and play right away without having to spend 4+ hours building a kit. Something like this, when you build one of these kits, they go easily like 10+ hours. So yeah, if you're not really feeling that and you want to play right away, this is the way to go. Now, what's unique about the Masterwork collection is you get more stuff for your money than the XB builds, for example. This Masterwork one, this being a 14 scale tractor trailer, whatever, this includes the MFC01 unit, known as the multifunction control unit. Now this gives you authentic light and sounds, as it says there, special operations and other lighting effects, sound and light effects. So you can turn on all the lights, you can get engine sound, a starting sound, a trailer hitch sound. You can control trailer lock and unlocking. You can do engine braking. You can make noises for the gearbox. It'll make shifting sounds when you do stuff. When you turn the wheels left or right, you can get indicators, blinkers, whatever you want to call them around the world. You can do four-way as well, hazard lights, you know, stuff like that. So you get that cool thing, which alone in Canada, I'm in Canada, I'm a Canadian. In Canada, this unit is roughly about $400 by itself. Now, what most people don't understand and say to me, yeah, that's a little too much money for just a noisemaker box, you know, special functionality. And yeah, if that were the case, it would be expensive. But this thing, this MFC01, or the MFU unit, they have two different ones. One's for Euro truck, one's for American trucks or North American trucks. The thing with that is not only is it a noisemaker unit and with all the function and lights, it's also your speed controller. So then you think about it, okay, so you think, okay, if you're Canadian, you think it's about $200 for a speed control, and then it's like another $200 for all the noise making options. So when you consider that it's a speed control, it's worth it if you can afford it in that sense. So I mean, this controls your speed but also does all the functionality, and it ties everything in nicely, to be honest. So when you push up on the controller, for example, if you have a stick radio, and by the way, this is included in this Masterwork collection. This is included, which I wasn't sure, but it is. So that's pretty unique. Now, most of the rigs, yeah, they're run by the stick radio. So anyways, when you push the throttle, not only will it move the truck, but it will make the appropriate engine sound at the right range. So that's a plus. I mean, if you had to wire in, you know, hookery up all the stuff together like a separate speed control and then the noisemaker, that would probably be a little bit more pain in the butt. Whereas this is all in one, and it's easy, and it works. So yeah, anyways, before I crack it open, yeah, so you get the authentic noisemaker, I just call it a noisemaker, and you get the radio. And now what I learned about this truck when I picked it up from the Zoom Room, that's where I got it. The Zoom Room is located in Newmarket, Ontario. About maybe, I think it's like 5-10 minutes off the 404 heading west on Mulock Drive. Anyways, I go see those guys once in a while, and I have seen this truck there for a long time. But it's the Masterwork. It's the factory finish. It's all RTR. But it's like sort of like not essentially niche product, but it's not everybody would just purchase something like this and go drive it around on the streets because it's quite nicely done. And being a 14 scale tractor truck, we tend to not drive these too fast for sake of flipping them and damaging them and all that because they are well detailed, as most Tamiya things are. So. So I got this at the Zoom Room, and it was a good deal. It was actually cheaper than buying everything retail in Canada. But the one main reason, well, I guess you could say two for me, of why I decided to pick this up. One, it's truck, MFU, and radio all in one, and it was a great price. The second thing is I learned that these are somewhat... You could almost call it rare. It's more of it's a limited production. I found out when Tamiya decides to do these type of things, the Masterwork collections, they pick a kit and they pick a number, say 50. Once all 50 are sold and out of stock, they will not restock it. They will not make any more. So it's sort of like a period thing where these are made, and then if you find another one for sale somewhere, then it was part of the original, say, 50 limited number production. So, I mean, if you look at it that way, it's vintage, it's rare, it's collectible. So for me, I'm going to run this thing. I'm not only going to run it, but it will be a vintage collectible for me. So I won't run it all the time, but when I do run it, it will go on like a clean track, and it won't be run fast, and it'll basically just be a model, and I'll take lots of pictures of it. But it will get run. And the other thing that I'm saying for the rare vintageness is this radio is not 2.4 gigahertz. Oh no, that is FM. For most newer hobbyists, I'd say in the last almost 10 years, most people know that Spectrum and the 2.4 gigahertz and all that kind of stuff is what's king right now, and rightly so, because it's a bind the receiver to the radio and go. And most of these radios, these newer ones, the Spectrum ones anyway, the DX like 3C for example, or 4C, they can do 20 model memory. So you can store 20 different cars, bind 20 different cars to the radio with different profiles, which is very handy. But this thing is one model. There's no memory in it. It's whatever the switches are set to, and it runs by an FM frequency crystal. So whatever crystal's in there has to be in here, or it doesn't work. The other thing that 2.4 gigahertz radios are known for and that people love is that two things. The frequency can be whatever because it picks a certain channel in the range and binds it, and nothing else will be bound to it, essentially, on the 2.4 gigahertz radios. On these, it is literally the crystal chip in this, and that's the frequency. So if one of your friends has the same frequency and you're driving your RC car and they flick their radio on, bad things will happen. Very, very bad things can happen. I've seen it, experienced it, and it's not fun unless you're both goofing around and you know what you're doing. So the whole package is kind of like a very, very rare vintage collectible-y thingy. And you know what? I've been yabbering for like almost 9 minutes just about everything, so let's just open it up. Now, what I'll tell you is it's already cracked open, and that's on purpose because at the hobby shop at the Zoom Room, when they pulled it off the shelf for me, they immediately opened it, and I thought, no, I want to do that myself. But very good reason. He said, the gentleman at the hobby shop, he told me there's a good reason for opening this now at the shop. Because of shipping, and, these boxes get tossed around and, bumped around and stuff like that, riding on planes and trains and all kinds of things. Sometimes bits fall off or damage occurs, so before they were going to sell it to me, of course, they're going to check everything. So, we were in the hobby shop, and we pulled the box open, and this is what I saw. Oh yeah, it's a sweet rig, that's for sure. The pearl white, it's excellent. It's I think a limited production, well, not only limited production of this particular Masterwork by Tamiya, But the pearl white I don't think was a factory option, so they've done this truck in pearl white. Excuse me, I'm burping. Now you may notice there's a thingy down there hanging there. Yes, that would be a side mirror. And if you look over here, if I move the camera, you know what? I got a GoPro. I just go right in. Look at this. The mirror, the window has sort of fallen out. There's also a good reason for that. The mirror, if I come over here, this mirror also, when it's bolted to the cab, holds the side window in place. So what happened was, when we cracked it open at the store, the bottom one was still screwed in very loosely, but it was all hanging here loose, and the window was flopping out. So what this is in shipping, it has rattled loose and fallen off. That's an easy fix. That's not a problem. And what the main thing to do when I fix it is to not only Loctite the nut that goes on the inside of the cab, but Loctite the one on the outside too, so neither rattle against each other. And that will fix that. And otherwise, the truck looks in excellent shape. It looks like it's had a nice ride, other than the rattly there. I believe it's all Tamiya servos and stuff installed, along with the MFU, which you can sort of see here. We'll crack it out in a second. And if you look carefully, look, there's a spare tire and wheel chocks. That's so cool. I was blown away by that, personally. The radio is buried in here, which we also checked, and everything's A-OK. And down there, there's some extra bits and ceramic grease and stuff like that that they give you. Basically, the extra stuff that they didn't use here on the truck. So, with all that being said and done, I thought this is the manual, and I thought it was loose off the radio, but it's not. So give me a second here. Now, how am I going to do this? You know what? I'm going to put you guys down. Put you down. And then I'm going to put this box on the floor and bring stuff onto the table, because I think that's the only way this is going to work. This is similar. I think this will be a similar process to when I did the fuel tank trailer. Or it was a bit of a process. Now, alright, well first, you know what? First we'll do the radio. So this is the radio. At least this I can unseal. Sort of. Oh, there we go. Nice. So there's the radio. Now, you can't really see it very well, but I'll move you in a second. Woo! Here we go. Check that out. That is the radio. Stick radio. Yep. So essentially it looks the same on both sides, but this will do the throttling on the left, and on the right will be the steering. And to do multi-function stuff with the truck, we will move switches such like this and this for combinations, or you will move a switch, say like this, and then push down on a stick for a functionality. I'll demonstrate that once we get everything out here. There's the crystal. The frequency of this is 40.695. I hope the other radio I have like this is not 40.695, or I'm kind of euchred there. Don't know where I can buy 40.695 or 40 megahertz based FM crystal sets for these things. I know Traxxas still makes the crystals for some of their radios, but it's all like AM 27 megahertz, and I don't know if I'll find this. But anyways, no big deal. It's there. It's cool. I like it. It's basically a Futaba radio with Tamiya on it, because now Futaba makes the 2.4 gigahertz version, and they called it the Attack, which I think they've called other radios, the stick radios in the past. But this, as far as I know, is a Futaba underneath. And there's probably some identifying marker that will signify that, but otherwise, there's the radio. Now, I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to get this truck out. And hopefully we can do some kind of a demo here. I do have batteries on the ready for this type of stuff. This is the bag of extra bits you get, which really right now is not important. It's just extra screws and extra like lights that weren't used from the MFU unit, C unit, ceramic grease and stuff like that. So it's really not that important. I'm not going to go over that. That's a waste of time right now, unless someone messages or comments and says they'd like to see what's in there. This is the one mirror, which is actually now getting dirty thanks to me. I think it goes this way. anyways, let's crack this open. Get this thing out. Now, I'm gonna have to do this way. Ah, yeah, here we go. A second here. Oh, yeah. Oof. It's a box into a box. Yeah, essentially. That's okay. I don't really want to destroy this yet. Let's see. How to get a rig out. Well, I bet you this will be very similar to the other thing. And yes, it will. I'm going to have to... You know what? I'm just going to cut it because I'm not spending forever undoing that. It's just going to take literally all day. Anyways, let's see if I can cut this thing out of place really easily here. Because I don't feel like wasting 10 minutes trying to undo these zip ties the normal way. Sorry, these aren't zip ties, they're twist ties. And I don't want to spend all that time. That's a waste of your YouTube time. You could be watching cat memes or some other stuff, you know. Or watching my other videos, you know. It's always something better that can be done. Wasting time on trivial stuff like that. Okay, now, how in the heck did they do this? There we go. Let's see. See if I can get this out. You know, I'm not sure how easy this is going to be. This is not going to be easy. Okay. Let's see here. I might have to position the zip ties straight against the box so I can get it out. There's a lot of mess going on right there. Oh yeah. Yeah, the twist ties are a mess. That's a lot of mess. And I missed my garbage entirely. Alright, now how easily will this all come out? It should come out. It should come out easily now. As long as I can get it out. Oh yeah, okay. I gotta see how I can. You know, I'm gonna have to. I gotta get crafty now. There's a center brace here, which you saw in the video, and I'm gonna have to get it out. And let me guess, it's glued in place. Now, who does that? I guess for rigidity. Ooh, I think my buddy's here. Give me a second here. Yes, it's my buddy. 1 second. I'm gonna have to open the garage door on this one. This is gonna be a first for a Bad Shop unbox. Oh yeah, okay, that's that stupid flipping brace gone. Let me open the door for my buddy. Hey buddy. Yeah, hello. I'm making a video literally right now. Oh, okay. Oh, my door's going the wrong way. That's a Bad Shop. Yep. Yes, literally making a video. What's up? My buddy Jobsy. Come by to hang out. Okay. We have to fix a computer later anyway, so that's a whole different Bad Shop.
Bad Shop has changed.
The Bad Shop has changed, yes.
Things
well,
moved.
Since the last time you were here, I think.
Yep.
Anyways, this is what, oh wait, did I get it out? Yeah, there we go. This is what I'm unboxing. That's what the people want to see right here, right now.
What I like.
How's that for a reaction, eh? There it is. This is the MAN TGX 18.540 tractor trailer. Tractor truck, I should say. Yes, so the video's only seen it buried in this sort of crafty shipping box. But this is it. This is what it looks like.
It looks like the original Optimus Prime.
A little bit, eh?
But without colors.
Yeah. This particular one is the Pearl White edition. And not only is it all pre-built up.
Yeah.
The company, Tamiya, that makes this, they call it their Masterwork collection.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, ooh, it's very nicely done.
It's very nicely done.
Compared to the lower priced,
Yeah.
you know, models and stuff. So, yeah, this is it. And I swing it around the back here. Yeah, this is just like the other sort of truck I used to have that I sold to a good friend of mine. The cab will pop open with one pin there, and then it should float upwards. Yeah, there we go. It's got a little brace there. Yeah, there it is. So you can see all the work that's been done in here. There's the receiver unit for the radio. This is that noisemaker unit, the MFC unit, which is your speed controller and all your noise lightery maker. The noisemaker boxing also comes with a vibrator unit. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. The vibrator unit, when the truck starts up and turns on, you get a vibration and the truck vibrates as if it's running. Yeah, yeah, you totally get the vibration and you can tell. But you also get the engine idle sound, so it makes everything legit. So it's pretty cool in that way. And they pack a good amount of stuff in there, in that little area. But also while this is open, you can see this is the motor transmission assembly for the 3-speed shift on the fly transmission, which is pretty cool. Motor's buried in under there. Yeah, and it's pretty sweet. I like it. And it's kind of like rare. They don't make too many of these. The ready-to-go Masterwork things. They'll pick a model and do 50, and that's it. Ever.
Wow.
From what I learned. So, yeah. So I mean, it's pretty cool. And you got the manual release and lock up here for trailers. You can get you can add a servo in here for a motorized deal where you can do it through the radio, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So more money, of course.
Yeah.
But you can do it. And then this is the control box for the MFC unit, the noisemaker unit. And so it kind of just looks like part of the truck. If you're not really paying attention, you wouldn't know otherwise other than reading all the stuff. And underneath it looks pretty much like any other rig or truck. It's all, well, aside from the zip ties there, it's all scale or relative in that sort of sense. The leaf springs with dampers, and then full drive line, or I say drive line, drive shaft from the transmission, things like that. I think they call this ladder frame style of a frame because it goes like that. I believe that's what they call it. I got to get more up on my rig terminology. Yeah. I know a little bit, but not a lot. But anyways, that's it. So for the package, you get the truck, the noisemaker unit inside of it, and this radio for the Masterwork collection.
Very nice. I like.
Very, very nice.
How much?
How much? This was a good price. Yeah, so, and actually, yeah, I was saying earlier, it's actually, the price that this was, it was a couple $100 cheaper than what it would have been to buy the truck, the noisemaker, and the radio by retail in Canada.
Yeah.
So I saved a little bit of money that way.
Nice.
But I realized that I can't just go in a month later and pick another one of these up exactly like this, because for the hobby shop to get a hold of it, like, it's pretty hard, I found out. So when they come up, and that's it, and when they're gone, that's it. So essentially I bought a piece of history too.
Yep.
So it's pretty cool. So anyways, you guys like that? I've been yammering on for like 20 something minutes now. You know what's funny though? My unboxes used to be like maybe 10 minutes tops.
Yeah.
Like I'm pushing 25 on some of these videos now, but what people have said to me is like, I'm learning things, and like there's a bit of comedy, and you bad shop and you fall over. That's
Yeah.
funny. But when it comes to stuff like this, I try not to mess around, but because it's really nice. Although in shipping, the mirror, it fell off.
Oh no,
But that's okay. This is apparently a common thing that falls off on the RTRs.
passenger side.
And well, just the mirrors themselves. What I learned.
You can get that back.
But, easily, yes. The nuts. There's two nuts. One on the inside, one on the inside of the thing.
Yeah.
And they don't put Loctite on these, so they just rattle. And if you forget when you're building it,
Yep.
it will come off for sure.
Especially
It's
since
a
got
very known
rattle
thing.
unit built into it. So
Yep.
it just rattled it right off.
Yeah. That's an easy fix. That's not too hard. But we checked this at the hobby shop because they wanted to make sure it wasn't actually damaged.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's all good, and this is an easy fix, and I'm going to go over the entire truck and check everything, and I might even just Loctite as many things as I can, just to make sure stuff doesn't fall off, to be safe. So yeah, so if you like what you see, you want to see some more, or you want to, chat about this thing, drop me a line on the YouTubes, a comment, or a like, or a subscribe, whatever you're feeling that day. And I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can, and go from there. And, some more unboxings coming later. Might even get into small review videos and give you my thoughts on what I think, on what's good, bad, or, okay, medium. yeah, so let me know. Otherwise, talk to you later, and I leave you with some nice shots of this thing.
And if you're interested in this, you should probably go watch Smokey and the Bandit. And then you'll definitely want this.
Although, wait, Smokey was a... they had an American rig, didn't they?
The Smokey was the cop.
Oh.
He was chasing them down.
Oh,
the
right.
Bandit was protecting the truck.
Man, you know, I watched too much Knight Rider. That
Yeah,
was my
Knight Rider.
problem. Alright, peace, y'all.